Breaking Avengers Secret Wars moved to 2028. Let's see what everything was to say about this and check this out.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka All Fires. Now, it was over 6 months ago in early September of last year, actually while I was live in Anaheim covering D23, that we were hearing from the rumor mill that Marvel Studios might be taking a major slowdown. Months later, when they replaced the CEO with Bob Iger, it was said that they were looking to do a major QC check, quality control, and prioritize quality over the quantity and pace at which they have been releasing shows. Well, now we have a brand new update, and it is more of the same, but to an extreme level that Secret Wars could actually be pushed back all the way to 2028. And although that may sound like forever away, there's actually a really good reason that they would do this. We're going to talk about the latest industry rumor about the pushbacks from Marvel Studios' Avengers films, how far they're pushing them back, and why. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, which is right around the corner. Again, all you gotta do, be a sub, leave a comment on this video, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so this rumor actually broke earlier today on a Marvel subreddit, but was quickly re-reported by Murphy's Multiverse under the headline, Avengers Secret Wars reportedly facing a lengthy delay, where they go on to report, quote, the Marvel Studios slowdown was bound to cascade. As Marvel Studios pulls back under a mandate from Bob Iger to space out their projects, a new rumor suggests that the Multiverse saga may face a delay of almost 3 years compared to the slate revealed at SDCC 2022. According to these anonymous sources, Avengers Secret Wars, the final project in the Multiverse saga, which was originally slated for November 7th, 2025, will now be pushed until 2028. The report goes on to add further speculation that part of the reason for the delay would be to release the final movie of the Multiverse saga on the 20th anniversary of the MCU, which began in 2008 with Iron Man. Now, 3 years is quite the pushback, longer than any of the delays we've heard, but also, to be fair, and as further evidence of this, they've already moved 4 or 5 Marvel movies since these earlier announcements last year. Blade already moved from November of this year to 9/6 of next year. Fantastic Four jumped into the February slot for 2025, and they've already moved Avengers Secret Wars from 25 to 2026. But if they do end up truly moving Avengers Secret Wars all the way to 2028, it does 2 things for Marvel Studios that they've basically been trying to achieve. Number one, it gives them way more real estate to chew through to develop characters and franchises before we get to that major crossover. If Avengers Secret Wars stays in May 2026, with the current dates we have for Marvel Studios already on the calendar all the way up to 2027, there would only be 3 or 4 movie slots left for 4 films in Shang-Chi 2, Doctor Strange 3, Spider-Man 4, and Armor Wars, with no room really to do anything else before you have the major crossover. Pushing this 2 years back allows them to do even more films and character development so that they're not rushing to get there without enough time to get it done. Which brings me to my second point, and what we've seen more recently from Marvel Studios with some of the CGI gaffes and or editing errors for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And no need to beat a dead horse, we've already talked about it enough at the channel, and I've already said I enjoyed the film in spite of those things. It just would have been better if they weren't there. Marvel Studios may look to give them more time in post-production, more time than they've ever had, so that they're not going at breakneck pace to get it done. And if they do want to do major reshoots, there's time to allow them to adjust the film, which is what we heard basically from the CGI industry, was they had too many rewrites and too many changes without enough time to get those changes done. So you go ahead and shoot Secret Wars basically maybe even around the same exact time that you were going to shoot it, get principal photography done, send it to post-effects, and now, when you have all these rewrites and changes, you still have 12 months before the movie comes out, instead of 2, to get 12 months of work done. And that is them taking to heart the exact feedback that the CGI industry was basically trying to give them. And it's my hope that ultimately, while we may have to wait a little longer for these movies to come out, number one, they're better for it. Better CGI, no editing errors, and gives them time to do the rewrites they need to do. And number 2, it allows the CGI artists the times they need in order to be proud of what they're releasing and not feel like they're under the gun and stressed out and having to sleep in the office, as we heard from certain reports in the last 2 or 3 months. And regardless of whether or not those reports are true, it has already been confirmed that they basically always work at a breakneck pace, and with Marvel Studios' current production rate, there was no slowdown ahead. I also have to say, as a fan, there are some movies and films that I don't think, given the current release schedule they've got, have any chance of making it, like a World War Hulk project. If pushing Avengers Secret Wars all the way out to 2028 lets them fit projects like that in as part of the story, look guys, Secret Wars needs to be the biggest. It's one of the biggest crossovers in Marvel's history, both the 1984 run and the 2015 run, just from a point of view of what those crossovers meant. 1984's Secret Wars is the reason we get big Marvel crossovers. It basically set a precedent and an ongoing momentum of its own for how comic book crossovers worked at Marvel. And the 2015 Jonathan Hickman run, which I am almost done re-rating for the 3rd time, is honestly, in my opinion, maybe one of the best comic book stories ever told. And while I know they're going to change it drastically, the bigger it is, the better. So more time to develop more characters and get more storylines in there before we get to it, 100%. I'm all for it. And in fact, guys, to be honest, it kind of feels impossible to get Avengers Secret Wars out by 2026 anyway. We've barely scratched the surface of some of these stories. We've only seen America Chavez, who's going to be a huge part of Secret Wars, once. We haven't even seen the Fantastic Four, let alone Blade, even enter the MCU yet. Why not give us a couple more years and a couple more projects? Maybe get that Battleworld movie out, and then we're even that more invested in the characters and the storylines by the time we get to Secret Wars. It kind of always felt like it was too soon. I think this is a lot more likely. So while this is just rumor and grain of salt territory, when we finally do start getting official announcement from Marvel Studios, I think it's all subject to change. I think Avengers Secret Wars does end up getting moved at least further out than where it is right now in 2026. 2028, not totally unlikely. Let me know all your thoughts down below. If you agree with me that you're willing to wait, if you want this investment, or if you're not, you can disagree in the comments. That's what they're there for. I'm all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we're still giving away a PlayStation at the channel. We're going to continue to do so to coincide with Marvel film releases throughout the years. They happen a little more frequently than subscriber milestones now that we've gotten north of 1 million. If you want to be entered to win, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber. Then leave a comment down below because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. Always live with my voice in the comment that one shown on screen. Friendly reminder that anybody can use anybody else's photograph, and especially on YouTube where there have been spammers and scammers on my channel and other channels alike for the better part of a year. They're everywhere. I've even seen them on Instagram. No YouTuber will ever ask you to contact them on a third-party app like WhatsApp or Telegram. No YouTuber will ever ask you to pay for shipping, myself included. I only verify you through my business email, which is under the About section of this channel, or my verified Instagram account at IamFires. So guys, please be vigilant. If you should get a comment on my channel or any other channel, really anywhere, someone claiming to be one of your favorite content creators or even a channel that you follow, and then all of a sudden wants you to pay for something, please be very suspicious. Best thing that you can do is go ahead and report the comment to YouTube. Just hit report on that comment. YouTube will go ahead and delete that account, and then you're sparing everybody on the platform from having to interact with them, and you're sincerely doing me a huge service. I spend a lot of my time in the day, morning and night, trying to delete these comments, and there's only so much I can do. So thank you guys for the help already who have done so. Please be vigilant. Please be safe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Subscribe, like this video. Have a great day, and see you guys. Bye. And night. See you guys. Bye.